We'll turn on music in the background.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Alright everyone, welcome to a how to play video. It's your boy Falstad. He's a bird. He's a dwarf on a bird. And he's pretty gangster. Falstad actually has a couple of builds that are really strong. For this video, we're going to be going with his Q build, also known as the Gathering Storm build. Pretty darn good if you need a little bit more burst in your team. We have a Tychus who should do pretty well against a Nubrak and Azmodan, so I just want to make sure that I get a really quick amount of damage into a fight as quickly as possible, and Gathering Storm will help me do that. So I'm picking it here. Seasoned Marksman's pretty good if you're going against multiple tanks and you kind of want to burn them down and you have time to actually take on a sustained team fight. Wingman can be okay sometimes if you're just trying to bribe and get the merc camps going if they have 0 wave clear, but they have an Abathur and a Brightwing, not really worth picking up. So, Gathering Storm. First thing you do on the Falstad, you go to middle lane, you help clear out that wave, and use your global, that fly ability. Ow, that hurt. Use it to rotate to a different lane to where your teammates will not be. I see Tychus going bottom lane, so my first indication is that I want to run top. I'm going to try and get a stack here. Bam, got one. Never mind, Dahaka's going top. I'm going down here to actually get this kill real quick. This is why globals are good. Globals are awesome. Your ability to hit skill shots, not so much. Fly on bottom, I'm going to soak up a little bit here. Got to be a bit careful. This guy's coming in. Again, you be careful with your E, which is your barrel roll. It's your repositioning tool. You can use it aggressively, but be careful because Falstad is one of those heroes that is very small in the health pool. I mean, at level 1 here, level 2, I'm at 1400 health. Very, very small health pool. But it gets decent damage and a trade-off of mobility. So use that to your advantage when you can. Just be careful when you're using your barrel roll. When you go for an escape, a stun coming your way can actually interrupt said barrel roll. See how they're back here, so I'm going to go for the kill. Get that Q on him. Perfect. Quick little damage. I dropped my W as well, Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod is kind of an effect that old heroes have. These kind of abilities that just do a quick forget and you click it. Like, you just click it and you forget about it, right? It does damage if you stay in range. Pretty easy to pull off. So all we'll be focusing on today is our Q and our E. Level 2 coming up soon.
Choose a talent.
We have Hammer Games, Updraft, and Static Shield. Static Shield I think is good if you're being dived upon. I pick it up against Genjis, Illidan's, etc., etc. Basically, whenever you use Lightning Rod, the damage goes out and it gives you a shield. Pretty good. We're going to pick up Updraft today. Updraft is a very solid tool for repositioning yourself for Mighty Gust later on in the game, and that's the sole reason why I pick it up. It gives you a little bit more shield too, which is great for just being on the defensive side when a Nubrak dives you. But I want it because I want that range for diving past an opponent and attempting to grab the Mighty Gust that can aid my team. In lane, you should be trying to clear as much as you can. Hit your opponent occasionally with Qs, just reposition for that. If you miss the stacks, it's okay, you just suck. No big deal. At level 7, our wave clear becomes much better. Because at level 7, we pick up the talent called Boomerang. Clears waves pretty quickly, especially that back end of the waves. So we have a tribute spawning to the top, and I'm trying to get that global value. You saw this in my Dahaka video, but essentially trying to push, clear out giants, etc., while my team does their best to poke. When they get into trouble, I'm going to try and rotate up. I'm currently keeping an eye in the top left corner of this minimap to see how low they're getting. When my Rhaegar or Tychus get low in particular, that's when I'll move in. So far, they seem to be doing pretty well. Clearing this out, taking unnecessary giant damage because I'm a pro. Ooh, now they're trying to bait me. See that? See that, yo? What a gangster. Alright, we're going to pick up our Boomerang and back. I should not have taken that damage from the giants. One thing that I talked about in the Dahaka video that I'll also talk about here is your fly ability. A lot of people usually back home to get health and then fly straight to lane. It's a bit of a waste. The global should be used to move into a team fight or for an objective. If you need it for laning, it's because you are under a severe amount of pressure and you need to save a fort or a keep. Try not to use it. Ever. For what would be considered inefficient. Alright, we're pushing bottom lane. Getting that cleared out. You saw me use the boomerang on the wave. Abathur mines are so annoying. Team is in trouble middle. I'm going to try and fly and see if I can help out. Flying in right now. Hoping maybe I can get him. Nah, not going to happen. I still have my E. Trying to play around Jaina's abilities. Coming through and tapping. And luckily with Tychus taking over the bottom lane, I'm fine. A good amount of stacks that you're looking for towards the mid to late game is probably around 40 to 60 stacks. Especially when you start to get into group team fights. Bush control is good. We're moving forward. Poking for the stacks and also the harassment. Heading towards my middle wave. We don't have to force anything here. Tychus is currently on the bottom lane, getting some value. Clearing out this wave too. Trying to push in a little bit. Stopping Asmodan from being effective. Running towards the top. Team is fighting, so I'm going to E over this wall. And miss my Q. Not the best Q usage, but hey. At least we're showing up for fights. Dr. Pepper is going to go ahead and start channeling. Asmodan Q is not up, right? Okay, he's got it. We're fine. Coming through. There we go. A couple stacks. Beautiful. Moving towards 10. Trying to stay up in the experience lead. With us having double global, we should be pretty far ahead of our teammates, so we are. Almost 10 here. Whenever you miss Qs, you can think of it as a positive. Just say, hey, you know what? That was a Q that zoned out my opponents. They were scared of my Q. That's how strong you are. You're a mighty bird that makes people leave and never fight. I see an Abathur bottom lane, and I'm going to go try to kill him right now. Because I'm feeling risky. Where is he? And now we B before we get caught. Just kidding. I'm dead. Nah, we're not dead. You remember that little 4 we picked up? You remember that little 4 we picked up? Boom! Easy plays. Easy plays. We got an Asma chasing us. Free Q. A little bit of damage. Globals are great against Abathur. Some people pick Nova and don't help their teammates, but Falstad lets you instantly show up and own.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling.
Alright. We're going to keep pushing bottom here. We should be able to grab this tribute, because we already have heroics. This Abathur is playing a little bit on the risky side. Should be a curse. I want to make sure that I'm in different lanes from my Dahaka, because we want to soak all this experience as quickly as we can. So I'm going to head top, actually, instead of staying in the bottom. Oh, never mind. Dahaka's going top. So I'll stay bottom here. A lot of people will get cursed and they group up and try to push a lane, which can be good in the late game. But I think in the early game, it's better to go ahead and to spread out and kill those minions that are 1 HP, right? It's free experience. Continue to stack where we can here. Can Falstad ever be a bad pick? Falstad can be a bad pick whenever you're facing off against Dive. He actually fell out of the meta pretty quickly when Genji became a part of the game, surprisingly. But I wouldn't recommend playing against TrikSlyr, against Greymane, unless you have really good protection, which you normally won't find in Hero League. Gonna keep pushing bottom here. We know our Abathur is probably up in this bush in the top left. Because of where that Locust came from. Let's go see. Yeah, there he is, but we're not gonna chase him. Grabbing this puppy. My team is currently in the middle lane. I'm thinking about going for an engage, but with Tychus being down, probably not worth it. Just gonna go ahead and keep on soaking. Now, at level 13, this is particular to this build, Flow Rider. Tailwind recharges basic abilities faster, and we didn't talk about this, but our trait is called Tailwind. Whenever we don't take damage, we actually get additional movement speed, which is amazing. You're able to just kind of float around the map, a little bit slower than a mount, but still great for just passive movement. And so when you pick this level 13 talent and you don't take damage for a while, since your main goal is to throw out Qs and back out, you get your cooldowns back way faster, which is very, very helpful, right?
Excellent.
Not having to use Mighty Gust at all. Gonna go ahead and aggressively push forward here because he burrowed. Hoping to go ahead and grab this. My team is about to fight, looks like. I'm gonna actually push this right wing back so we can try and kill her. Fly over the wall, put damage on her. Missed the Q, she dodged. Oh my god, this right wing is playing very well. But still dies. And we should be able to grab the boss now. Actually, no. We're gonna kill this Abathur if we can. Got him. Burrow being used. Nice. Now we can call for the boss. Don't need to push too hard here. In the early game, especially with the Tychus, you're probably not going to get a keep. But I'm going to go ahead and go to mid lane and keep pushing, slowing members down. 24 stacks at 9 minutes, a little bit lower than I want, but for the most part, my opponent's been playing pretty well and staying away from the idea of taking that damage, so good job for them. How's the boss going on the bottom left? It's going good. I'm going to go ahead and reposition myself in the top lane. Typically, when you go for a boss, your opponents will probably try to grab it too on their side of the map, so I want to make sure they're not doing that, and I also want to be in a spot where if they are doing that, we can maybe harass them a little bit. Gotta be careful. Oh, they are doing it. I want to come in here and get vision, but I need to kill this first. Okay, I don't want to die. My Dahaka burrows in, we can maybe force this, but I don't want to go too crazy. We may just have to get this up, which is fine. We have a fort for defense. Jaina's floating around. We may have stopped them, actually. Ooh, that's fake, Jaina. I'm flying in. This Asmodean's overpositioned. Coming right behind him here, because I have a Dahaka there. Coming in for the insta-Q. Got it. Can we get the kill, though? Can we get the kill? I'll push these guys away and deal with the Nubrak because he dived in. Ooh, I may have made a mistake here. Alright, I'm going to back up. Didn't work out as well as I thought it would. Should be able to get this. Oh my god, these Abathur mines! I'm going to stop moving because Abathur may have put mines behind me. And I don't want to force anything.
Choose a talent.
Gonna grab Airy Gust here. Again, it reduces the tailwind delay, increasing movement speed as well, which builds into that 13 that we grabbed into our queue. Letting my team know that I don't have fly for 13. Pinging by hitting alt left click. Look at the value we're getting bottom lane though. We don't have to get this tribute. Let that boss push. Flying in. Made it over here. Beautiful. Couple harassments in the queue. Nice drag from our Dahaka. Gonna work at some auto attacks. Done. Flying over. I'm actually gonna fly over here and help my team. Pinging so they know that I'm here. I know that the Jaina is over here trying to back. I want to stop her from backing. And we do so. Big bigs. Top lane's pushing, it's fine. Let's go ahead and just grab this keep wall. I tried to get that Brightwing too, but I missed her. Get keep wall and back up. This is something that you can learn against Abathur comps in particular. If you get 2 kills, you should push a structure. Abathur struggles heavily with pressure on his side of the map. It's just not something you can deal with. Especially with him having an Asmodean. Their composition's really not that hot for dealing with us pushing into him. Good if they get ahead. I wanted to maybe go for that Abathur, but it seemed a bit bold. Gonna go ahead and start backing now. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. This guy is just gonna stand there. This Tychus has no fear. I'm gonna try and save him. I might be able to do so. I couldn't take any more damage because that water elemental. Damn. I really wanted to try and save him, but I'm not good enough. And I was low on health. Alright, we're gonna back up. We're gonna heal. No major risk of getting this tribute, but with Dahaka pushing top lane, I want to try to at least tickle them down and delay it so we can get our Tychus back. If they don't put anyone up there to stop him, we should be able to take this trib. It's 2 bottom, and it looks like we're actually going to get it. Nice. What the?
That was rather violent.
Alright. This Abathur's insane. Please don't watch that guy. Don't watch this how to play video. He won't teach you how to Abathur at all. In draft, we banned his Nova, so I just don't think he's a very good Abathur. He might be learning a little bit. He's one of those one tricks you see on the on the ladder. So far right now, I'm just trying to do our best to play a bit safe. I know a Nubrak is near me because of that beetle. I just want to keep the map pushing out. Next tribute is Curse, where we can start making some big, bold plays. My middle lane's being pushed in by teammates. Well done by them. I can join them at any point from this position, so I don't mind hanging out. Gonna rotate bottom. My main goal here is not to die and get level 20. Keep clearing waves where I can.
The choice is simple.
I'm gonna grab this watchtower on the bottom side. Now, the opposing team should probably try to fight us right now before we get a power spike at 20, and they are trying in the middle. Luckily, Tychus and Rhaegar has identified this, and they're playing a bit safe. Coming in, I want to get a couple Qs if I can. Didn't get one. Ooh. Wow. They're actually going to fight this without their tanks. Odd maneuvers, sir. Odd maneuvers indeed. You can come over here and stop this water elemental from killing my Rhaegar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We feeding, team. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rotate up here to the top. It was almost a really good fight by us, but then it wasn't. Great analysis, I know. Can I get over here and save this Rhaegar? If he can dodge one more Q, I might be able to save him. Dr. Pepper, you dead, girl? You dead? Oh, I see you. Not good enough, but I see you.
Choose a talent.
Alright, we're gonna heal. So you have a couple of choices here at level 20. Epic Mount is usually the go-to in a lot of competitive games. It gives you instant rush out. It's basically as good as a bolt. You can use it a lot, especially on big battlegrounds. But I've been enjoying Wind Tunnel lately when I run this build in particular. You can do your own Wind Tunnel and set yourself up for your own Qs and hammering. It's a bit selfish, but I think it's a lot of fun. Cool. We'll wait for our teammates to spawn. We got 20. I need to go see if this boss is being grabbed, which it might be. I'm going to try and rotate up there with ETC and ping him. Come. I have Wind Tunnel, so we can make this play for sure. Ooh, we might be able to get this. Let's see if we make this work. Kill them all. There we go. Big play is happening. And we'll see if the plays are big enough. He has Emerald Win, I think. He does not. Nice. Pushing him aside there, got a big hammering. I'm going to fly down here onto the Sabbather and try and kill him real quick. We get him easily. And now we can go for the win. Falstad is all about decision making. A passive Falstad is not a very good Falstad. You need to make sure that when you're moving into fights, that you know what you're doing, and you're intending to get the most value out of your attacks, etc., etc., etc.
Well done.
If you get the power slide, I'll go in for it. Not the best Falstad game, but we got decent stacks here. We're looking pretty strong. I think we did some okay maneuvers when it comes to the macro game. And that's that. Easy game, easy life. Hopefully you enjoyed this Falstad gameplay. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. Maybe I'll do an auto-attack Falstad build sometime. Let me know in the comments below, underneath the YouTube. Let's go ahead and look at these stats real quick. Oh snap, MVP. We got MVP because we have the Pirate Bird skin. Easy mode. Dahaka played really well there too. That Abathur, man, he was making some bold moves, that's for sure. Here's the build recap in case you want to learn it. Remember, these talents in particular are very important, the 13 and the 16 and the level 1 for the Q build. Gathering Storm, Updraft, Boomerang, Mighty Gust, Flow Rider, Airy Gust, and Wind Tunnel. Can be interchangeable here at level 20, depending on what you want, but I just like it for plays. Alright, enjoy! See you next time. Yo, what the fuck was that Abathur doing? What was he doing?